7.7 for the first 500 metres. Aurelio's a long neck in front past the 1300 metres peg. Exfidelex second, striding a little closer to the leader. Joy's Romeo third on the inside of Far East. Then Flying Legend covered by El Page. Fine Time is second last, and Gat and Gold last as they wheel around the corner for the bell. At the 1100, Aurelio on the fence, just the leader. Exfidelex second, grinding outside of the speed. Joy's Romeo third on the inside of Far East. Then El Page around Flying Legend, awkwardly placed on the rail. Fine Time second last, and Gat and Gold whipped them in. 31.7 first quarter of the mile. Aurelio's been in front every step of the way. Exfidelex not giving him much peace, though Exfidelex inclined to hang a little at the 800 metres mark. Aurelio by a half to Exfidelex. Joy's Romeo locked up on the back of the speed. Far East still fourth. Then El Page, Flying Legend, Fine Time, and Gat and Gold. 32.5 second quarter. Aurelio finds something. He's got something in the locker. He beat off Exfidelex again. Joy's Romeo with nowhere to go. Far East peels out three deep and stakes a claim. Flying Legend came off the rail, went for the back of Far East. So did El Page, and they jousted for that spot. Two to Fine Time, and then Gat and Gold. Exfidelex won't give in. He's still grinding. Aurelio a neck in front of Exfidelex. Far East third. El Page peels wide now. He's starting to zoom. Then Flying Legend and Joy's Romeo. Aurelio leads in the rain around the bend from Exfidelex and El Page. El Page out in the centre, starting to zip. El Page hit the lead, and now he's careering. El Page zoomed away. Fine Time's running on at the end, but it's a mile too late. And El Page beat Fine Time. Third, toss of the coin. Land on its edge job too. Exfidelex or Far East. Then Gat and Gold. Aurelio stopped from Flying Legend, and Joy's Romeo wound up at the tail of the field. Money tells all stories, and the best back runner has won the Albion Park Challenge.
Was Chelsea Boy winning the break easily was Bundle of Joy. Spurt straight across and raced 2 lengths in front of second Spud Farmer. Third was Certain Trick, followed the outside by Gorgeous Park, and along the fence Africa Power was checked a bit. Also there was Carlos Legend, who fell back into the arms of Chelsea Boy. Towards the rear was Gorgeous Park, and 2 lengths last of all was Miss Amber and Awful Bother. At the top turn it's Bundle of Joy out by 5. Second Certain Trick, 3 lengths away. Third was Africa Power. 4 further back to Chelsea Boy, followed by Carlos Legend, but straightening up it's Bundle of Joy in front. Certain Trick won't reach it. Bundle of Joy wins by 2. Second was Certain Trick, 5 lengths away. Third was Africa Power, followed by Carlos Legend and also Chelsea Boy from Spud Farmer, Miss Amber, and last of all was Gorgeous Park.
Race 5 at Penrith, a roughly run race, 8, 9 and 1.
Goes to Dispatch. It is a start. And Abbey's Pride and Rich Top were the best two to begin. Kimbray going forward at the start. Earl Nugent away well, but he's caught 3 wide. Parley's Pride trying to keep him there around the first turn. Ashtray beaten for early speed, and last early was Earner's Beauty. Round the first turn, Rich Top led, but Kimbray's going to move up on the outside and apply some pressure. Kimbray got about a metre clear, but Rich Top has the inside running. They're 8, nearly 10 metres in front of Abbey's Pride. Now, Earl Nugent's been 3 wide round that first turn. Parley's Pride continues to keep it there. Further back in the field, Earner's Beauty, and as they steady now, Ashtray gets right up behind them. In fact, he'll get up right behind the leader. Now, Earl Nugent, after being trapped deep, is going to look for the lead. And again, the pace is clapped on. Earl Nugent 2 metres clear, but Rich Top doesn't want to hand up. So Earl Nugent can't get across. 6 metres then to Kimbray. Another 4 metres to Ashtray. Abbey's Pride the outside. First quarter should be pretty quick. It is. It's 30 seconds flat. Parley's Pride back in the field becomes 3 deep now. And last of all, Earner's Beauty as they steady the pace again. It's been a stop-start affair. Every time he tries to slow up on Rich Top, something comes. And now Parley's Pride comes, and this time he'll find the lead. Well, Parley's Pride has whipped around the field and gone to the front now. 6 metres to Rich Top. Earl Nugent on the outside. Then Ashtray the rouse. Earner's Beauty on the back of Earl Nugent. Kimbray has dropped to the inner, and Abbey's Pride back to last. Certainly been plenty happening in this. 31-3 the second quarter. Parley's Pride left in front of Fairway from home, but he's 6 metres to Earl Nugent. Rich Top's gone. Ashtray's off the rails. Kimbray onto its back. Earner's Beauty 3 deep, but not going anywhere. And Abbey's Pride out wide was last. Down the back, and still Parley's Pride the leader. 6 metres. Earl Nugent is trying hard to get out after this leader. 8 metres away, Ashtray, and they're followed by Kimbray, Earner's Beauty, Abbey's Pride, Rich Top. Halfway round the turn, still it's Parley's Pride. 5 metres in front, 29.8 for the third quarter. Earl Nugent just sticking with him, but hasn't come off the rails. They're streeting the rest, headed by Ashtray Kimbray. Parley's Pride in front. Earl Nugent comes to the outside. Parley's Pride still 4 or 5 in front. Earl Nugent's not going to get him. And Parley's Pride scores by 4 metres. Earl Nugent, 30 metres Ashtray, Abbey's Pride, Earner's Beauty and Kimbray all together. Rich Top last in.
Race 3 at Globe Derby. Hope you might have got onto that late tote tumber, at least have taken the Quinella.
Now they're set to go. Pink's the fave, racing. Just Watch Me came out fairly. Mustering pace now, though. Foxhole won the start. Just Watch Me is cruising over to join it at the first corner. Moving through to be third, Toulouse, followed by Kit behind them, and then Big Beware and Destiny Guy. Black Stranger has dropped back to the tail of the field with ML Katie down the back, and going to the lead, Just Watch Me. Shows a clean pair of heels over Toulouse challenging. Foxhole and Kit behind them on the bend, and it's Just Watch Me being claimed by Toulouse. Toulouse went to the lead in the straight. Foxhole is closing quickly. Toulouse the leader from Foxhole and Toulouse. Toulouse gets home, Foxhole second, getting up for third, Just Watch Me. On the outside of those now was Big Beware, followed by Kit and Destiny Guy, Black Stranger and Email Katie.
7, 4 and 8, the play, the Balmain Lodge.
Compulsory Hero can't go the early toe. He drops out the third last early. Out wide, Jack's Gang has flown out. He's trying to head off Narrow Nikolai early and does quite comfortably 2 circuits out. Up on the outside, Norwester gets the third. Up on the outside, a little bit deep for Striders, Wandana Speedy, followed by Sir Bates on the rail as Bringlow. Then Mac the Knife on the outside of Nat Shan. 5 metres away, Torello, followed...
Race 6, Penrith.
And winning the start was Just Melanie, headed by double digit single line, and they go together at the first turn. One went very, very deep reportedly, and bravely up on the inside was Just Melanie. To the back 3 across the track, and Just Melanie gets the run. Raced a length and a half clear from double digit single line. On the outside, making good ground, Big Bad Janice from Red Fox, Brilliant Fox, and also Stormy Mick. 8 last of all reportedly. To the home turn, Just Melanie's out by 4. Double digit to second, but Just Melanie in front, holding double digit, and Just Melanie wins well. Just Melanie first, double digit second. Third was Big Bad Janice, followed by Brilliant Fox and also single line.
Placings there, 1, 7 and 6, race 6 at Penrith. Back to Moonee Valley, race 4, and the leader is still Jack's Gang.
Low on the rail, then Nat Shan, Mac the Knife, Torello, one off the fence, trailed up in turn by Warook Gent, and the favourites last Compulsory Hero at the 950, about 30 metres off the lead, and now pulls to the outside 3 wide. They're about to leave the straight the final time. Towards the 850 they race. It's still Jack's Gang in front. By head to on the outside, Norwester always there. Narrow Nikolai the rail, fourth on the outside, Wandana Speedy. Sir Bates always handy, travels up on the outside of Bringlow. Then Mac the Knife on the outside of Nat Shan. 5 metres away, Torello. Compulsory Hero still a long way back. He's second last, still 25 metres off the lead inside the 600. And now getting fair dinkum and pulls to the extreme outside. And Warook Gent is last. Towards the 450 metres they race. It's Jack's Gang a metre in front of Norwester. Wandana Speedy pulls to the outside, 3 wide in time. Sir Bates is trailing him. Narrow Nikolai comes off the rail, then Bringlow. Mac the Knife now runs on, followed by Nat Shan. I don't want to be on Compulsory Hero, followed by Torello, and Warook Gent is last. On the home turn at the 200 though, Wandana Speedy hit the lead now by 6 metres. Pulling out now is Sir Bates running home. Mac the Knife from well back is starting to wind up, come quickly down the outside at the 120. Wandana Speedy 4 metres in front. Sir Bates getting to him. Mac the Knife half hopped out of his gear, but Wandana Speedy is in front, and Wandana Speedy gets there by 4.5 metres to Sir Bates. Compulsory Hero has flown for third. You saw it yourself. Mac the Knife close up, looked a chance in the straight till he veered in and half hopped out of his gear. In behind them, Narrow Nikolai, followed by Torello, then Nat Shan, Warook Gent. In behind them, Bringlow, second last in the race, Norwester, and last in after leading Jack's Gang.
Race 4 at Moonee Valley.
They come, and there they go, racing. I'm a Hillview came out of the line very quickly. Electrifying from out wide began well, and Parisian Royal drives up on the fence. Cristofero fourth. Remember Odie fifth into the first corner. Then came on the rail Allegro Queen, who's settling midfield, followed by Waverley Prince. Armada Miss a long way back on the outside of Ardent de Jour, and Star Council has dropped back to the tail of the field. Electrifying's been able to cross from the outside of the front and led past the tea trees the first time. Electrifying one in front of Parisian Royal, who moved away from the rail. I'm a Hillview now third behind the leader. Remember Odie left 3 deep and is being urged up near the speed. lead. Christofero settles in the running lane on the outside of Allegro Queen. 2 to Waverley Prince, 3/4 to Ardent de Jour on the rail. Artemis second last, and Star Council's 2 away as they work past the 1400 metres peg. The favourite takes over. Remember Rhodey in the van by more than a length over Electrifying. Parisian Royal third, left without cover, sliding up a little closer to Remember Rhodey. Christofero latching onto the back of Parisian Royal. I'm a Hillview's buried on the fence. Waverley Prince 3 back in the running lane, and then Allegro Queen and Armada Miss. Second last is Ardent de Jour, and Star Council's an neck away at the tail. Lead time 36.3, first quarter of the mile 32.6. Remember Rhodey getting no peace now as Parisian Royal strode up on the outside, and as they turn out of the straight, Remember Rhodey leads by a neck over Parisian Royal. Electrifying third on the inside of Christofero, then Waverley Prince around I'm a Hillview, who's having trouble with the saddle cloth. 2 to Armada Miss, Allegro Queen on the rail. Star Council second last, and Ardent de Jour down at the tail of the field. 30.1 for the second quarter of the mile. Remember Rhodey a neck in front past the 600 metres peg. Parisian Royal second, Electrifying on the rail with nowhere to go. Christofero waiting to peel. 2 to Waverley Prince, Armada Miss wide, followed by Allegro Queen, then Star Council, I'm a Hillview, and Ardent de Jour. Remember Rhodey a half in front at the 300. Ducks looked over his shoulder, decided to go for home. Here come the rushers. Waverley Prince out wide running on. Then Christofero. Armada Miss to the outside, and Star Council to the extreme outside. Waverley Prince grabbed Remember Rhodey. Armada Miss came at them, and Star Council running on. Armada Miss grabbed the front. Star Council zooming, grabbed the mare, and he's won. Star Council has beaten Armada Miss. Waverley Prince third, then Remember Rhodey, Ardent de Jour, Parisian Royal, Allegro Queen, followed by Electrifying, then Christofero, and I'm a Hillview with the saddle cloth flapping loose around the horse's belly, comes in at the tail of the field.
Race 4 at Albion Park, 5, 6 and 4. Good horseman, that fella John Cann of Deception Bay, make no doubt about that. Probably end up in America, the United States, that horse.
Ready to jump. Racing now. Hitch Attacks come out fairly. On the outside, Kid Bristol's won the start. The stayer, Kid Bristol, straight to the lead. From Winifred Fox, Lawrence Lux in the centre, out wide, Sunset Ace, Hitch Attacks railing. A couple then to Miranda Bale, Like a Kid and V Like a. Kid Bristol led down the back. Sunset Ace, Winifred Fox behind him, Hitch Attacks glued to the rails. On the outside behind him was V Like a, followed by Lawrence Luck, but coming to the bend, Kid Bristol is nicely clear. Kid Bristol 4 lengths to Sunset Ace, and Kid Bristol all the way. Kid Bristol wins by nearly 5 lengths, getting up for second, V Like a. Sunset Ace third, followed by Itch Attack, and then a break in the field to Like a Kid, Winifred Fox. Further back was Miranda Bale, and Lawrence Luck was last.
7, 2 and 8, the placings race 5 at Wentworth Park. Kid Bristol the winner. The numbers there 7, 2 and 8 on race 5. They're back to scale at Albion Park. The whips are being checked, and John, here's Peter Smith.
The Christmas New Year period, the Christmas Cup, they're set, they're racing. Milepost began quickly, it heads off to Binaday. Now Tip Top Prince will look for the lead. Poshak also goes forward, but eases now, and Tippy will go to the front. So Tip Top Prince gets to the early lead, 2 metres in front of Poshak. Here comes Rufus Youngblood, the Victorian. He's quickly whipping around the outside and will head up towards the lead. Milepost on the inside to Binaday, 3 back on Settling, Dunfall in the outer. Then 4 metres further back in the field, then to 1 off the rails on Settling down would be to Binaday. I should say would be Empire Ginger, the stablemate. Then Zululu on the outside, 1 off but well back. Further back in the field then to Bonzatros, getting through along the inside, following it through Carly's Choice. And then last of all, as they race out of the straight, was Hungerbuster. Lead time not very quick for this company, only 47.5. Zululu's going to come around them quickly, and he's helped by the slow speed in the mid stages. Tip Top Prince the leader. Zululu comes around the field quickly now and moves up and gets within a couple of metres. On the outside, Rufus Youngblood now gets the 1-1 trail. Back along the rails, then Milepost. Zulu serves it up to the leader for a few strides. Then Poshak. It's racing around to Binaday. Then 4 metres to Bonzatros. Dunfallen is well back from the back of the horse in front of it on the outside next. Then 3 metres away, Carly's Choice. Empire Ginger back to second last. And back at the tail, Hungerbuster. Halfway around the top turn, first quarter, 29. 30.9. And Tip Top Prince with a lap and a quarter to run, led by a metre or so. In second placing, Zululu. He'll be forced to do it the hard way again tonight. Rufus Youngblood with the trail on the outside of Milepost. Then 4 metres to Poshak, to Beneday the inside. They are followed then by Bonzatros, Dunfall and taking closer order. Hungerbuster takes her off from the tail, goes past Empire Ginger and Carly's Choice on the rails. Heading towards the back straight, the leader is Tip Top Prince by a couple of metres. In second placing, Zululu tapped up now. On the inside, Milepost. Second quarter, 30.6. Rufus Youngblood on a loose rein on the outside. Then to Beneday, further back in the field, Poshak. Dunfall and comes 3 deep. Hungerbuster 4 deep. And then Bonzatros held up from Empire Ginger and Carly's Choice to the 400. Tip Top Prince just led. Zululu throwing down the gauntlet on the outside. Milepost has had a good run behind them. Rufus Youngblood struggles. Hungerbuster's running a big race. Then Dunfall and Empire Ginger from a long way back. 29.6 the third quarter. Tip Top Prince got 3 metres clear now on Zululu. Still there, Milepost on the inside. Then Rufus Youngblood. Dunfall and down the outside. Tip Top Prince in front. Milepost is bullocking his way through. Tip Top Prince in front. He'll get there. Tip Top Prince 1.5 metre. Milepost. Zululu runs third. In advance of either Hungerbuster or Dunfall in for fourth. Then Empire Ginger, Bonzatros. Further back in the field to Beneday, Rufus Youngblood finished well out of it. They were followed home by Poshak and Carly's Choice.
Race 4 at Globe Derby, number 4. The winner is a good horse at home, Tip Top Prince. No doubt about that. 4, 3 and 9. Race 4 at Globe Derby. The Big Toe Tumbler, Peter Smith selection getting the money, 4, 3 and 9. Dividends, Albion Park, race 4, 5, 6 and 4.
They're ready to go. Favourite 310 is number 5, Whiplash Joe. They're racing, and Pearl Cash left nicely with Milton on the outside, and out wide was Running Fair. Running Fair and Milton have it at the first turn. Milton holds the inside, leads to the back by a half length on Running Fair second. Third, Pearl Cash from Bunyera Boy. 3 to Whiplash Joe, followed by Can't Touch Me and Proper Fox, and 2 last Triumphant Eyes. At the top turn, a great go here. Milton, Running Fair, naught between them. 2 lengths away, third, Bunyera Boy, followed by Pearl Cash, who's the widest runner. In the straight, Running Fair, Milton. The inside, Bunyera Boy, but Running Fair in front, too strong. Running Fair first, second, Bunyera Boy, third, either Milton or Pearl Cash. Followed next by Proper Fox and also Triumphant Eyes with Can't Touch Me. Last was Whiplash Joe.
8-2 and a photo, race 7 at Penrith. Running Fair, initials RF. Rodney Fuller, initials RF. Rather fair, I thought, for Running Fair. Now, over at Albion Park, we have a Pacers in Saddle race. You used to see this back in the old days, so they tell me. And there's an absolute whiz kid at this. It's Dominique Nutley. I don't know if that's Dominique in front, but here's Terry Spargo to tell us all about it.
McEwen run down Riverbird, showing no signs of doing it at the moment. Riverbird comes around the corner, nicely clear of Bill McEwen. Then a long break to Worthy Night, and it's all Riverbird. Riverbird, after causing the false start at the first try, will lead from go to woe and blitzes the rivals. Riverbird and young Christy Godfrey lead all of the way to beat Bill McEwen and Ryan Phelan, then Worthy Night and Dennis Godfrey, and Alpha Karamia, who galloped in the early part with Nicole Hanrahan in the saddle, came in at the tail of the field.
Well, we couldn't really expect Dominique Nutley to ride the winner if she didn't have a ride in the race. Of course, it was a non-betting event. The Pacers in Saddle and Old Riverbird, trained by Dennis Godfrey of McGregor's Luck fame, and Dennis's daughter, Christy. I think she's about 18 or 19 now. Christy, doing a wonderful job there. Moonee Valley Race 5, it's updated market time.
Racing. Earl of Sheffield, driven out with the whip, trying to head off early in the race, Fella's Pride, and also Johnny Scooter, and looks like doing so. He will. No Equal gets to fourth on the outside. Next Spray back in the field was tightened up for a stride. He dropped out to the tail. Mark Apollo settles down about sixth out of the straight and one off the fence, trailed up in turn by Power Provider, and dropping out to the tail is Will Bailey, 6 metres away. Out of the straight they race at the 1600 metre turn. Earl of Sheffield, he leads Fella's Pride by 5 metres. Third without cover is No Equal. Ahead away fourth on the rail is Johnny Scooter. Mark Apollo now travels up to the 1 by 1 in a good piece of driving, followed by Meadow Arm, it's inside. Then Power Provider. On the fence is Fortunato. 6 metres away on the outside is Nicholas Brennock. Third last of Next Spray, and Will Bailey is last. On the top turn, 30 metres covers the field. Towards the 1200 metres they race. The leader is Earl of Sheffield by 5 metres. Pulling out now is Mark Apollo. He works around the outside 3 wide. He's about to draw up to the leader's wheel, Earl of Sheffield. So No Equal has the cover now on the outside of Fella's Pride as Mark Apollo travels up within a metre of Earl of Sheffield at the 1,000. Johnny Scooter racing fifth, but 3 back on the fence. 2 metres away, Power Provider. From last now, Next Spray pulls to the outside. On the rail is Meadow Arm. Will Bailey from last now pulls out wide on the back of Next Spray. Second last is Nicholas Branagh and last is Fortunato. Out of the straight they race at the 800 metres. It's almost a line of 3. Earl of Sheffield, he leads by 1.5 metres to Mark Apollo, and Next Spray out 3 wide. The leader's back is Fella's Pride. The centre no equal. Will Bailey 3 wide, going home on the back of Next Spray. Johnny Scooter comes 1 off the fence, then Meadow Arm, Power Provider. Nicholas Branagh is second last and 10 metres away. Fortunato towards the 450 metres they race. Earl of Sheffield, he still leads Mark Apollo by 1 metre. Under the whip on the outside, Next Spray 3 wide, peeling off its back now. Will Bailey 4 out. Needing a run no equal with Fella's Pride, then Johnny Scooter, and 10 metres to Nicholas Branagh, making ground from Meadow Arm, Power Provider and Fortunato. Around the turn inside the 200, it's still Earl of Sheffield in front by 2.5 metres. Mark Apollo trying very hard, then no equal. Fella's Pride needs a run, followed by Nicholas Branagh. At the 100, Earl of Sheffield is walking. Mark Apollo has got him on the outside. Mark Apollo drew to the lead near the lane. He's a pretty good type, this bloke, and Mark Apollo has won by 1 metre. No equal second. Earl of Sheffield walked third. Nicholas Branagh has flown fourth. Close up, Fella's Pride. Then Will Bailey, Johnny Scooter. In behind them, Fortunato, followed by Next Spray, Power Provider. And walking over the line, last in was Meadow Arm.
Well, there it is, race 5 at Moonee Valley. By golly, he's clever, isn't he? Mark Apollo, and John Nicholson has done a good job turning him out now for wins at 4 of his past 5 starts. He's side by Apollo's Way, an American import, stood in New Zealand, and now standing over in the west. 2, 8 and 5, race 5 at Moonee Valley. Good run by the second place, get a no equal. And there's some stars of the future in that race, I can tell you. Globe.
Now, with Kenny Howe in box 8, pink. Racing. Rampant Storm came out awkwardly. Best out Bustle Mahal, Silent Mirth showing pace to join it. 2 behind them, Charro at the first corner. On the rails was Big Bad Bernice, followed by Chariot Bird. Off the track, Cape Cod, Rampant Storm and Charlie Black. Silent Mirth got away down the back. Led Bustle Mahal and going to third, Charro on the rails. A length right behind those with the rails run Big Bad Bernice. Cape Cod is surging round the field. And Cape Cod dashed to the lead on the home corner from Silent Mirth and Big Bad Bernice. Cape Cod's coming right away. Rampant Storm goes to second, but Cape Cod wins from Rampant Storm. Third, Big Bad Bernice. Charlie Black is right behind them, and then a break in the field to Charro from Bustle Mahal, Chariot Bird, and it was one of the last.
Race 6 at Wentworth Park, 1, 8 and 3, and I tell you what, if you back the winner Cape Cod, you're sure to fall in love with old Cape Cod. Back at Moonee Valley, Mark Apollo the winner, Smart Horse 58.3, the last half trained and driven by the man they call the Bulldog.
Lights on. Racing, and Cavradossi to the fence, came out very quickly. Parkland's Tempo out wide, flew out of the machine, zoomed across the face of the field and went straight to the lead. And as they reached the first turn, Parkland's Tempo is the leader. Told You So runs up to second. Cavradossi third. Incentives planted out 3 deep. Honest Admiral on the fence on the inside have entered the Rainbow, and Wouldn't It Be 3 wide, travelling to the back the first time. LJB went to the fence, then Bavarian Band and Sovereign Venture. Virgo Burn second last, and Roman Empire's 2 lengths away at the tail of the field. Parkland's Tempo takes them down the back at the mile marker. 1,600 metres out, Parkland's Tempo leads by a length over Incentive. Wouldn't It Be's 3 deep, moving to third. Cavradossi fourth on the rail. A length away is Told You So on the outside of Honest Admiral. 1 to end of the Rainbow. LJB on the fence over Bavarian Band and then Roman Empire. Virgo Burn second last. Sovereign Venture last. 37.9 the lead time as Parkland's Tempo takes them to the 1,200 metres bend. Leading by a length over Wouldn't It Be in the breeze. Cavradossi third behind the leader. Incentive fourth on the back of the favourite. Honest Admiral 3 back on the rail. Told You So 1 out 2 back on the outside of LJB, and then entered the Rainbow around Roman Empire. Bavarian Band third last in front of Virgo Burn, and Sovereign Venture whipped them in as they ran past the judge and the bell. 31.9 for the first quarter of the mile, and it's Parkland's Tempo showing the way by a length over Wouldn't It Be, doing it the hard way. Cavradossi third behind the speed. Incentive fourth, Sweet Seating racing on the outside of Honest Admiral. Here come the Indians. End of the rainbow out 3 deep on the warpath quickly. Bavarian Band trying to go behind End of the Rainbow, who sprinted a lot quicker than Bavarian Band. Sovereign Venture wide, and then LJB, followed by Virgo Burn and Roman Empire. 35.3 the quarter shows on the board. It's Parkland's Tempo a neck in front at the 400 metres mark. Parkland's Tempo about to be tackled by End of the Rainbow. Cavradossi third, then Wouldn't It Be? Bavarian Band wide around Incentive, and Honest Admiral on the fence. Parkland's Tempo ahead in front at the 220. They're about to turn. Parkland's Tempo just in front of End of the Rainbow. Wouldn't It Be peels 3 wide. Incentive 4 deep, and Bavarian Band right down the outside. Wouldn't It Be after Parkland's Tempo, 100 to go. Wouldn't It Be takes the lead. Incentive tries to go with Wouldn't It Be. Honest Admiral darted through in the centre, but the favourite wins. Wouldn't It Be's too strong. Wouldn't It Be beat Honest Admiral and Incentive. Then Parkland's Tempo, Cavradossi and Told You So, followed by Virgo Burn, Sovereign Venture, Bavarian Band, then LJB and Roman Empire wound up at the tail of the field.
Race 5 at Albion Park, and just too good for them, wasn't she? Number 7, Wouldn't It Be? 7, 1 and 6 the placings there. Terry Spargo tipping like a beauty, and Alan Donahue, I don't think there's been a race tonight that Alan hasn't. It was 13 to 2, 4 to 1 Gross Glockner and 50 Sweet Talk, and here's Penrith race 8.
Bright Knight left well with Red Chevalier, who missed it. Penny League moving up, and on the outside was Crafty Cockney. Out of the straight, Crafty Cockney clears the field. Race 4 lengths in front of Red Chevalier. Now to the inside, Bright Knight and also Supreme Laughter. They jam behind. Blue Mercedes is trapped very deep from Classic Carol, Megsy Gem, and one of the last ones now, Bright Knight. At the top, and it's all Crafty Cockney out by 5. Red Chevalier second, third Blue Mercedes, followed by Supreme Laughter, Megsy Gem and Classic Carol. But Crafty Cockney is racing clear. Crafty Cockney too good. Blue Mercedes a certainty beaten second. Third was Supreme Laughter, followed by Classic Carol and also Megsy Gem from Red Chevalier, Penny League, and last of all was Bright Knight.
Race 8 at Penrith, number 8, the winner Crafty Cockney. The numbers 8, 7 and 4. Now the superfecta numbers as called by Rod Fuller were 8, 7, 4, 5, 6, 1. 8, 7, 4, 5...
Line at this stage, although they're all pacing. Set and racing. On the inside, Fool's Gold began well. High Fire goes with it to the first turn. There they are together. Driving up behind them, 2 Londo. Altercation eases for the trail. Cadell 3 deep. Waveand's easing out of it in the early part. Cross Glockner 1 off the rails. They steady up fairly quickly in front. Further back then to Sweet Talk, and Marion Looney has quickly eased out to the tail. Well, Fool's Gold won the early battle fairly easily in the end. 2 High Fire was there for a while, but it sits up. Cadell's going on with it out 3 wide. Tolondo drives up behind the leader. There's actually only 2 on the rails at this point. They're running first and third. They are followed then by Altercation, about to be 1 out and 2 back. Cross Glockner on its back. Then 4 metres Sweet Talk. 4 metres Marion Looney, 4 metres Waveand. Nothing at all wants to drop to the rails. They race out of the straight under 2 to run, and Fool's Gold the pilot. And they go to the mile post with the lead time 48.6, so they haven't gone hard. Fool's Gold, 4 metres to Londo. On the outside, doing the work without cover was Cadell. High Fire's 1 by 1, then Altercation. Next along Gross Glockner, and now Neil Mitten's woken up, and he dashes to the inside with Sweet Talk, and he can drive right up to be about 4th. 4 metres away then Marion Looney, and 4 metres last of all was Waveand. Heading down the back straight, and the leader Fool's Gold still led 4.5, 5 metres. In second placing 2 Londo. Cadell doing all the work, facing the breeze. 1 out and 1 back. High Fire's enjoyed a good trail. On its back, Altercation. Sweet Talk just slowly getting through along the inside. Next then on the outside, Gross Glockner. Then 4 metres away Marion Looney, and 4 metres Waveand at the tail. 32.4 for the first quarter. So swing onto the home bend with a lap and a quarter left to run, and Fool's Gold the pilot, still 4 metres to Cadell, 2 Londo the inside. Now Gross Glockner comes at the bell, Marion Looney follows it. High Fire and Altercation both stay in, and Waveand still last, but will move up onto the back of those other pair that have made their runs 3 deep. They head towards the back straight, past the 800. The leader's had a fairly good run, Fool's Gold. 3 metres to Cadell. 2 Londo in behind them, has been there from virtually the outset. 3 deep Gross Glockner, only 32 for the second quarter. High Fire in the centre, Sweet Talk on the rails. Marion Looney out 3 deep with a trail. Then Altercation, and Waveand now trying to sprint from the rear. Down the back, Fool's Gold still led a couple. In second placing, Cadell battling away. Gross Glockner out 3 wide. 2 Londo behind them, then High Fire. Three deep, Marion Looney will have to come forward to make its run. Then Sweet Talk looking for a split. Altercation pulling wide, and Wayvan off the track but struggling. Halfway around the turn, Fool's Gold led. A couple of metres to Grossglockner. Cadell's under pressure. Out three wide, Marion Looney. In fact, four wide coming quickly now. And they're followed then by Altercation out wider. Tulondo looks for the run. Fool's Gold the leader. Grossglockner and Marion Looney are grabbing it. Fool's Gold hanging on though. Marion Looney late on the outside, but Fool's Gold leads throughout, wins a metre, Marion Looney. Third home, Grossglockner in front of Altercation, Tulondo Cadell. Sweet Talk didn't have much luck at the finish from High Fire, and Wayvan couldn't get into the race.
One